Now we will see about the derived lipids. These are obtained by the hydrolysis of the fats. Fatty acids occurring in natural fats are usually contain even carbon atoms because they are synthesized from two carbon units and are straight chain derivatives. Straight chain may be saturated, that is, saturated means they containing no double bonds, or unsaturated means they contain one or more double bonds. They are fatty acids and numbered from carboxyl carbon, that is carbon number 1. Then adjacent carboxyl carbon will said to be 2, and alpha carbon atom at carbon number 3 is the beta carbon, and the end methyl carbon is known as the W carbon. Various conversations are used for indicating the number and position of the double bonds. That is, this triangle raised to 9 indicates a double bond between carbon atom 9 and 10 of the fatty acids. Now saturated fatty acids. Now the general formula is CnH2n plus 1. Other higher fatty acids occurs in waxes. A few branch chain fatty acids have also been isolated from both plants and animals. Unsaturated fatty acids, they have at least one double bond within the fatty acid chain, or it is monosaturated if it contains one double bond, and polyunsaturated if it contains more than one double bond. Here the list of saturated fatty acids with their formula, their number of carbon atoms present in it, and their sources from which they are obtained. Then unsaturated fatty acids. These are the acids, their type of acid, that is means they are monounsaturated or polyunsaturated. Then their acid name, their general formula, unsaturation occurs at which carbon atom, then number of bonds, double bonds, how many present there, and sources from which it is obtained. A group of compounds as prostaglandins are synthesized from arachidonic acids, and they have very much importance. Many other fatty acids are like derived from the fish oils. They have a unsaturated fatty acids having carbon number 22. Now essential fatty acids. These are not synthesized in the body but are taken from natural sources, are called as fatty acids. These are linolenic acid, then linoleic, linolenic, and arachidonic acid. Their general formula is given, chemical name. The unsaturation occurs at how many double bonds are present, the carbons are given, then their structure and sources from which it is obtained. Now, essential fatty acids properties. Their vegetable oils have low melting points and iodine numbers. They become saturated fatty acids on hydrogenation, and oil becomes solid fat. Now, functions of this essential fatty acid. Their high concentration along with the lipid constitute the structural elements of the tissues. Gonads also contain a high concentration of polyunsaturated fatty acids, and suggesting the importance of reproductive function. They affect the prolongation of clotting time and increase the fibrinolytic activity. They retard atherosclerosis as being esterified and emulsified with cholesterol and incorporated into lipoproteins for transport to the liver for further oxidation. They cure the skin lesions. The deficiency of these acids result in of the diet of babies cause eczema. Now the isomerism of unsaturated fatty acids. Here we can see the malic acid and fumaric acid, and their isomerism depends upon the orientation of the radicals around the axis. Okay, if the molecules are on the same side, then they are considered cis form, and in opposite they are considered as a trans form. Refined oil. They are prepared by following manner. These are the fatty acids are removed from alkali treatment. Coloring matter is removed by activated carbons, and odor is removed by the superheated system. Now these oils under optimum condition and pressure, hydrogen in the presence of nickel as a catalyst, unsaturated fatty acids are converted into the saturated fatty acids. Now the liquid oil becomes solid fat, and the unsaturated fatty acid content decreases. That is, vanaspati ghee is a hydrogenated refined ground nut oil. Alcohol found in lipid molecule include glycerol, cholesterol, and higher alcohols. Acetyl alcohol usually found in waxes. The unsaturated alcohols are important pigments. Okay. Steroids. These are the steroids often found in association with fats. They have a similar cyclic numbers like a phenanthrone, to which a cyclopentane ring is attached. The parent substance is better designated as a cyclopentano perhydrophenanthrene. Here you can see the structure. Here you can see the three ABC rings to which the D ring, that is cyclopentane ring, is attached. Steroids often divided in the following manners. Sterols are cholesterol, ergosterol, caprosterol, bile acids, then vitamins D and vitamin D is a fat soluble vitamin. Then adrenocortical hormones are cortisone, cardiac glycosides, and stropanthine. Cardiac glycosides are stropanthine. Then saponins, digitonin. Cholesterol is widely distributed in cell of the body, occurs in animal fat but not in a plant fat. The structure of cholesterol, here you can see the structure. Ergosterol occurs in ergot and yeast, precursor of vitamin D, and acquires anti-arachitic properties with the opening of ring when irradiated with ultraviolet light. Now the prostaglandins are very much important structure. They are naturally occurring substances synthesized primarily in the prostate, isolated from the human seminal fluid, okay, and distributed in mammalian tissue, lung, kidney, thyroid, spleen, brain, iris, endometrium, gastrointestinal mucosa, amniotic fluid, and menstrual fluid. Now their chemistry is they have a common structure based on prostanoic acid, which contain 20 carbon atoms separated into four groups A, B, E, and F, depending on the variations in the double bonds. The prostaglandins have a hydroxyl group at position 15 and some have another hydroxyl group at position 19. Now the prostaglandins play a very important role in the human body. Here you can see the structure of this prostaglandin. Their hormone-like activity increases when in cyclic AMP in platelets, thyroid, corpus luteum, fetal bone, adrenohypophysis, and lung. They are synthesized from the essential fatty acids, but they do not relieve symptoms of essential fatty acid. They promote the secretion of epinephrine and cause the significant increase in the activity of phosphorylase in the liver. They inhibit formation of cyclic AMP, which is necessary for the activation of hormone-sensitive lipase and decrease the lipolysis adipose tissue. They cause vasodilation, decreases peripheral resistance, decrease blood pressure, and enhance capillary permeability. They inhibit gastric secretions. They are involved in spermatogenesis. They are involved in the regulation of hypothalamic releasing factor. Infusion of prostaglandin 2 into the renal artery of dogs causes an increase in urinary volume. Here there are the six primary prostaglandins. On right side you can see the prostaglandins six types and their biosynthetic origin, that is from which they are originated. Their importance, clinical importance, here you can read. They are also as a contraceptive to prevent contraception. Then there are lowers the blood pressures. Then effective in nasal decongestant. Here you can see the different side effects also. So they causes the uterine smooth muscle to contract when induction of labor is desired. Okay. Then irritate the mucosa lining of throat, causing pain and coughing. Now metabolism of prostaglandins is that they are quickly metabolized by the enzyme 15-hydroxyprostaglandin dehydrogenase, which is present in most mammalian tissues. The enzyme is blocked by the introduction of methyl groups. Okay, and aspirin, indomethacin, phenazine, and trananyl cypromine are the inhibitors of the prostaglandins.